Who wants to share their answer for 1A? Okay, so Caitlin, what did you get?
I got 200. Sorry. 420 centimeters.
Okay, so you got 420. Is that for the total volume? Okay, so you got 420 for the volume, okay? So did anyone get anything completely different? Or, I mean, I got 420 also. What'd you get? Huh? Okay. All right, so now let me show you the strategy that I use. Now, this is something that is very helpful to me so that I don't do things wrong. Y'all know I tend to do things way wrong. A lot. Case in point, report cards. So, one thing is I have a tendency to label my shapes when I'm doing this so that I can keep up with what I've done. So, one thing I do is I do shape A, shape B. You don't have to do this. This is just a Strickland thing. Because since I'm having to do more than one thing, this just helps me keep up with what I'm doing. If this is something that would help you, go get an ice. If this is something that would help you, awesome. If you're like, I don't need to do it, I'm great, it's fine. But this just helps me. Because after a while, and it gets a lot more complex, it might be a good thing to try. So, let me make this a little bit smaller because the ink gets really big. So for shape A, I'm going to find the volume of shape A because that's the one that I've already got all my parts. So I know that I need to find the volume for right here. I know that my length is 14, my width is 3, my height is 5. So 14 times 3 times 5. Do you agree with what I'm doing?
Yes.
Okay, because this is what we did with our cubes just a minute ago. So I'm going to go ahead, you don't have to multiply it this way, but this is the way that I did it. So 3 times 5 is 15. So then I did 14 times 15. Now, I can't do that in my head. I'm not about to. So off to the side, I did 14 times 15. So that's 20, 70, add a row, add a 0. Hello. And 14. And I got 210 centimeters cubed for shape A. But now I need to do shape B. So shape B. Well, they only gave me the height of shape B. Well, I see that shape B has a height of 5. And if you see, I'm going to use a word that we use in home remodeling. The word is flush. They're lined up, edge to edge. So what does that tell me about the length? It's the same. They are equal. So my length is 14. My width, look at that. They're flush. They're lined up, edge to edge. So what do you know about the width?
3.
It's 3. It's exactly the same. So 14 times 3. And then it gave me the height, 5. Now, do I have to do all that math again? No, because I already did it. It's 210 again. So, I've got the volume of A. I've got the volume of B. Do I have to multiply it?
No.
No. What am I doing? Adding. It's this one and that one. We're just stacking them on top of each other. 210 plus 210, 420. We're not multiplying the centimeters. We're just adding them. So it's just centimeters cubed. That's okay. Okay, so if you got something completely different, do you see why it should be 420?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, any questions?
No, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Well, I want you to look at B. There are some parts where it is the same, but there are some parts where it isn't the same. So, like here, do you see where the length is not exactly the, like here, side to side here, it's not exactly the same, right? However, you see right here, is that the same? It's flush. Do they give you this measurement right there?
No.
Not here, but did they give it to you somewhere else on this shape?
Yes.
Where? You gotta point across the room. Is it here?
No.
Is it here?
No.
There?
No.
There?
No.
There?
Yes.
Yes. So if this shape that runs the same direction in the same spot, if this is 4, what is this?
4.
4. So if the width of this shape is 4 inches, the width of that shape is 4 inches. See what I'm saying?
Yes,
You
ma'am.
kind of have to pay attention to the shape. So if this shape, because it's flush, front and back, if this one front and back is 4, this one front and back is 4. Because they are the exact same distance, front and back. Now, can I say that the length of this is 15?
No.
No, but it gives me the length of this one. Now, does it matter that they measured the length in the back and not the front? No, because if this back here is 7, what is this? 7. It doesn't matter where they put the number, because then this is also 7. Doesn't matter where they put it. Does that make sense? Because I've had people freak out because they put it there. But isn't, if that line is 7, that line is 7, so that line is 7. If this line is 3, guess what that line is? 3. Guess what that line is? 3. The height doesn't change throughout the shape. Otherwise, you would have some wonky looking rectangular prism. See where I'm going with that? All the sides are going to be the same length of that rectangular prism. All the edges. So I want to see if you can figure out the total. Yeah. Because I wanted to. I didn't go right to left. Oh, right to left because I wanted to. Because I saw 3 times 5 and was like, oh, 15. I could have done 14 times 3 and then multiplied by 5, but I would still get the same thing. Doesn't matter. Because when you're multiplying, and multiplying, when I have multiply, I can do it in any order I want. When I'm adding, I can do it in any order I want. The only time that I cannot switch the order is subtracting and dividing. Because 2 plus 3 is the same, 2 plus 3 plus 5 is the same as 2 plus 5 plus 3. But the only thing that is not the same is 8 divided by 2 and 2 divided by 8. Those are not equal. Does that make sense? Are you sure? You get that. So, you see where I went with that?
Yes, ma'am.
You cannot switch this, but you can switch those. Addition and multiplication are related. So, I can do multiplication in any order I want. I could have done 14 times 3 and then multiply by 5. for whatever reason, I don't know, I felt like doing 3 times 5. I don't know. I guess maybe I only wanted to do big multiplication one time. I don't know. My brain just said, hey, multiply those. So I said, okay. Who knows? Okay, so I want you to try to do this problem. Try to do B and see if you can figure out that total volume. Four hundred 44 cubic inches.
I had got 22,600.
Ooh. So, just like, what I was doing to make sure that I was keeping things good. And see, I'll admit, I had messed up on one teeny tiny thing, and I was over there looking at Sheldon's paper, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't mess up on that one thing because Sheldon had it right and I had it wrong. So, I labeled my shape A and shape B. You don't have to, but it helps me. I don't know if it helps you, but it helps me. So, with shape A, it gives you everything. Length of 15, width of 4, height of 6. So, I just want to multiply things one time. So, I know that this is 24 and 15 times 24. Well, I can't do that in my head. I mean, I'll be like air writing, and I still get messed up. So 15 times 24, this is 20. That's 60. And then I wrote that backwards, and I'm messing myself up. So that's 10, 1, 3. Oh, I got it. See, I wrote it different on my paper. So 360. So shape A is 360. How do I write? Centimeters? Cubic inches. It says inches, not centimeters. So, shape B, you had to work for it a little bit because it gave you the length. Because if this is 7, this is 7, so this is 7. It's not always going to be written right here. So the length is 7. So if the width would have been like right here or right here or right there, they're not always going to give it to you. It was down here. So if this side is 4, then this part is 4, and this part is 4, that part's 4, that part's 4. They're all the same size. So the width is 4. The height, they gave it to you, 3. So this is 12. 7 times 12 is 84. 360 plus 84. That's 4, 14. So 444 cubic inches. Oh. Well, do you see what you did? Okay. It's only a problem if you don't see what you did. Do you see what you did? Okay. So if you can see where, and normally it's just like a little computation problem where you like maybe multiplied what you were supposed to add, or you added incorrectly, or whatever. Let me say, but 9 times 4 is 28. No, it's not. 9 times 4 is 28. No, it's not. Oh, yeah. See, I think I had multiplied one thing wrong, and I was like, oh, darn it. Or I think I either added something wrong or multiplied something wrong. And, old rusty, crusty, dusty. What can you do? Okay, so if you see right here on this shape, you've got 2 different heights. That can happen. So, I want you to see if you can figure out total volume for C. Wow, look at D. Wow, that's a lot of work. But I bet you can do it. But just do C. I just want to do one at a time. Let's look at C. Okay. Now, I'm not doing the answer yet. But I want you to be aware. You see that right here. I don't want you to get thrown off. Here you've got 10. There you've got 6. Which one, if this is A and this is B, which one is the actual length of A? 10. Because 10 goes from here to here. 6 only takes you from here to here. So think about, why is the 6 there? It's important that it's there. It's going to help you, but why is it there? Serena, why is it there? To help you figure out the length of B. Because if this is 10 down here, and this section right here is only 6, if this is 6, what is this? 4. Because 6 plus 4 is 10. So if this is 4, what is this shape right here on B? If this is 4 and this is 4, what is that? What is this shape called right here on this? It's a square. It's a cube! Because your length right here. Oh wait, no, I can't say it's a cube. I can't, no, it's not a cube. I'm sorry, it's not. Because you've got this right here. Right when I said it, I went, oh wait, because this is 3. So what is this? 3. My apologies. It's almost a cube, but it's not. Right when I said it, I went, oh, never mind. I take it back. Okie dokie. So, shape A, you have a length of 10. Oh, you have a width of 3 and a height of 2. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 2?
3 times 2 is 6.
10 times 6 is 60. Centimeters cubed. Please put your units in there. And then shape B. You had to do a little bit of work to figure out your sides for shape B. Because they didn't give you the length for shape B. You should not have been multiplying 6 anywhere in there. Anywhere. And I even gave you this stuff. I even wrote it in there for you and walked you through it. So there should not have been multiplying 6 anywhere. So they gave you the total length of 10. They gave you what this part was. It was 6. So you did 6 here, 10 minus 6 to give you 4 right there. This is the part that you needed. So the length of shape B was 4. If the width here is 3, then the width here is 3 because they're the exact same length. They are lined up. They are flush, front to back. They are lined up. So the width of shape B is 3. The height they gave it to you is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 times 4 is 48 cubic centimeters. 60 plus 48 is 108.
Yay!
Put your units in there. You know, that crazy thing I was telling y'all to do and then people aren't doing it.
I had 2 4.
It's a problem. Okay. So, looking at D, if we were going to figure out the total volume for shape D, let's look at what we do know. So for shape D, we know that here on A, I might even just start writing my stuff out. For here, I know that my length is 10, my width is 3, and my height is 6. Here, length, width, height. So do I know my length here on shape B? Look at your paper. I don't want just Caitlin answering everything. So I want you to look at it and see if you can tell me what would be the length of shape B. Do you see it? Is it there? Did they give it to you? The length. And I'm like, yes. Is it there? I either want like a yeah or
Yeah.
no. Is it there?
Yeah.
Where is it?
Right here.
Right there.
6 minus 12. 8. 12.
It's actually 8.
Oh. Yeah. What am I talking about? Oh, I'm talking about
It's here. So if this is 8, this is 8, so this is 8. The length, how long it is 8. Do we know how wide the shape is? How wide? Did they give it to you? Where is it?
Right here at the bottom.
It's at the very bottom. It's 3 because if this is 3, then this is 3. So then this is 3 and this is 3 and this is 3. So every one of these widths are the same exact size. Are you following with me or am I losing you? Yeah, no? Because you just kind of sit. You have to be able to communicate with me, babe. So, because remember, wide is like right here. And if they give it to you right here, this is the same as this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. Because all of our desks are the same. Right? When we line them up, they are the same. So if they give it to you here, it's going to be the same there, and it's going to be the same there, and the same there, and the same there. Can you tell me by looking at it that they're all the same size? Yeah, no, maybe. Y'all awfully quiet. Yes? Only hearing 2 people. Yeah? No? Maybe? Yes? Not down here. Can you tell me? Can you see? Stop moving the desk.
Oh.
You're not fixing it very well because I'm kind of talking. So if they give you the width down here, then they've given you the width up here. Unless they write it somewhere else. Now, they've given you the total height of this shape as 12. Now, is that the height of B? Should I be multiplying anything by 12? No. Can I figure out the height of shape B?
Yes.
What can I do to figure out the height of shape B? What do you need? Is that kind of like a very timid raising your hand thing? Do you know, Sheldon? Huh? Man, you gotta be like, what? And do what with it? Only when they're exactly perfect. Look. Very close. Okay. So if you were saying I need to look here, which you're right. I need to look here because this number is important.
Divide 6 into 12.
I'm not going to be
shape A.
not dividing. Not dividing. subtracting. Because if the total is 12, I'm not dividing. So if I have, if my total is 12, and then because I'm adding to find the total, and part of it is 12, then this one happens to be 6. So, because I'm not multiplying to find the total of these two stacked on top of each other, I'm not multiplying. So I'm not multiplying to find that. Because did I multiply to find this? No. So then I'm not multiplying to find the total height. Because if I took this one and this one and said, what's my total height? If I multiplied, I would say 1. So I add. So you can't multiply. And if I divide, then I would say 2. So you can't say that unless you're accidentally saying divide. So my height is 6 of that. So now that you have that, now you can find the volume of both. So go ahead and do that. Okay. So I got for shape A that you have your length of 10, your width of 3, and your height of 6. So is there anything with the parts of shape A that you did not understand where it came from? Please don't freak out on me. If you don't understand something, just only tell me you don't understand where I got it. Is there any part of shape A that you don't understand where it came from? Anything at all? Questions, concerns? You good? I don't want y'all multiplying and stuff when you're not supposed to. I want you to understand where stuff comes from. Okay. So this would be, I just did 18. 10 times 18, 180. And then shape B, we know that the length was 8, which is 3 times 6. I had to do a little bit of work on this one. 24 times 6. 144. 180. 144. So you understand where the sides came from. No shame in saying, please help me. Because I don't need a repeat of repeat. And I'm sick to death of retesting. Okay. Oh. Okay. But you know, it looks confusing, but did y'all even bother reading it yet?
Yes.
Get over it. I don't care. Okay. A sculpture pictured below is made of 2 sizes of rectangular prism. One size measures 13 inches by 8 inches by 2 inches. The other size measures 9 inches by 8 inches by 18. What is the total volume of the sculpture? So we have 13 by 8 by 2, 9 by 8 by 18. So we have this lovely sculpture.
I love it.
I love it. All right, so we have 13 by 8 by 2, 9 by 8 by 18. So, sorry. I think the main thing that you guys might be going, well, which one is which?
Yeah.
Because there's one that has more shapes than the other, correct? Okay. So, which one do you think would be 13 by 8 by 2? Because if you think about, that would be 13. We have length times width times height. 13 by 8 by 2. And then 9 by 8 by 18. So, which one do you think is 13 inches long, and which one do you think is 9 inches long? Which one do you think would be 18 inches high, and which one do you think would be 2 inches high? Caitlin, what do you think?
The top, the 13 and 2 is going to be the smaller one, and then the 9 is going to be
Okay. So we think that, so we're going to go ahead and maybe go A and go B. The labeling might be a good thing. So why don't we go A, A, A. So what I'm labeling, do you agree?
Yes.
A, A, and then B, B. Right? 9 inches, 8 inches, 18 inches tall, 13 inches long, 8 inches wide, 2 inches high.
Yes.
I agree with Caitlin. So now you have to find the total volume of the entire shape. So what do you think would be a good strategy for finding the total volume of this shape? Miss Caitlin, the only person answering any questions right now?
You do volume for one, and then multiply it by how many others.
So maybe find the volume for A and multiply it by how many times you have it. Volume for B, there's no B. Volume for B, multiply it by how many times you have it. And then you have to do total volume of the sculpture because it is stuck together. So total volume. So get to it, see who gets it right. Base area 24, that the length and the width, when multiplied together, would be 24 centimeters square. It's filled with water and oil to a depth of 9 centimeters. So, okay, a rectangular tank with a base area of 24 centimeters square is filled with water and oil to a depth of 9 centimeters. The oil and the water separate into 2 layers. And when the oil rises to the top, if the thickness of the oil layer is 9 centimeters, what is the volume of the water? So I heard some information that was important, but not up there. What is some information that is important, but not up there? Huh? The side? Okay, so we've got this, that this equals 24. There's another thing that I didn't write up there that's important, but not up there. The 9. How can I use the 9? So I could put it over here. So is it the whole thing is 9, or just the water is 9, or the whole thing is 9? It's filled with water and oil. And she can read. Water and oil. Then they separate. The oil is 4. We don't know what the water is. So the entire thing is 9. The oil is 4. What is the water? 5. Because it's 9 minus 4 is 5. can we figure out the volume of the water? They're not asking for the volume of the tank. They're asking for the volume of the water.
So like,
Can we figure out the volume of the water? Yes. Is it important what numbers made 24?
No.
No. It could be 1 and 24. It could be 2 and 12. It could be 3 and 8. It could be 6 and 4. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So what is the volume of the water in the tank? Have you figured it out already?
Yes.
What is it?
120.
120.
Oh yeah.
Because you do 24 times 5, 24 times 5 is 20. Yeah. 5 times 20.
120 cubic centimeters is the volume of the water. You would not do 9 times anything. You would not do 4 times anything. You use the 9 and the 4 to figure out the 5. I'll get spastic with that thing. That's a lot of information. I'm kind of afraid to read that. I don't know if I want to.
This is the last one.
I know, but doesn't just because it's there doesn't mean I want to read it. Because I mean, I know, but I really don't want to because if it